Hi, everybody. How are you doing? It's me, Elizabeth, and this is going to be a love message to wrap up the year 2021. So I hope that you all had a beautiful holiday with your family, friends, your pets, even if it was by yourself. I hope that you enjoyed it and took some downtime and some time just for you. So let's do a message for love, general message. So as always, never give up your power to a reading or to a reader. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to start with overall energy and sort of bonding energy between the two of you, the person that's most on your mind. This is Kyle Gray's new deck, the Gateway of Light Activation. So we're going to get a message from this deck as an overall energy. So as always, I call in the divine with love and with light, the archangels at the four corners of the world, our highest selves, our ancestors, and the galactic beings of love and light to join us for this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so let's see where we are at. Overall energy, the bridge, the bond, where we come together, what's being activated. Wow, this is big. We got the Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. Look at how beautiful that is. So the Seraphim are the highest order of angels, and they often are like the singers. I'm thinking back to my fairy deck where when the singers come in, it's just pure vibration. And that's why there's a voice activation. So this is communication. It's divine communication. It's beyond the crown chakra. This is the stellar gateway, right? And it's very soft and just... obviously it's so angelic, it's so light filled. So there's an attunement that's happening for everybody right now of divine support and angelic connection and activating our voice, which is so beautiful. All right, and at the bottom I want to show you was sacred inner space, and that's the sacral chakra, which does, attune us to intimacy and emotions and sharing, feeling safe to share its sensuality. Here it says tenderness, and it's all of these sort of, you see these beams of light that are coming down over this sacred pool, which would be like our sacral here. And there's all of this beautiful love and healing energy. It's so soft, the pink of the high heart chakra. So it's the heart chakra, and that's connecting here with the sacral. So I'm seeing a lot of healing inside of our sacral chakra, which is about our sexuality and our ability to be emotionally open and expressive, because it also is about creativity. So I'm also going to use the Anima Mundi Tarot. This is by the Creeping Moon, and you can find her on Instagram. I believe she has a website as well. So when I open the deck, we get the High Priestess with the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, there is definitely change happening, higher wisdom and higher knowledge, very, very sacred, tapping into the upper realms and beautiful divine support and knowledge. So on the left, we will do the viewer. You'll be on the left, and on the right will be the person that you're most thinking of. And you can feel free to swap around the energies. So for your energy, we're getting the Three of Swords. That's no fun. And for them, the Queen of Pentacles. Why so sad? Why so sad? The Tower. And and the Eight of Wands. It's a fast-moving energy that's happening here. Four of Swords. And for them, the Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit with the King of Swords. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, which is pretty obvious, is that there is someone, and we're going to say this is you right now, who has had like a certain information that you received that was very heartbreaking. It was something that came through very suddenly, a sudden realization. It was something very, very hard to hear, hard to see, hard to process. And that, it looks like, is where you're at right now. There is a progression from the Three of Swords to the Four of Swords. So there may have even been some sort of like feeling of betrayal, and then that was confirmed for you. And now you're in the space of trying to do some healing and processing. This person could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but right now they're very focused on themselves, I want to say. It's someone who maybe they became distracted by something. They had another opportunity somewhere. The Three of Cups can signify that there was a third party involved. Like, it doesn't have to be an actual person, but the 2 threes here, that there was something that took them away from you. I am seeing this as maybe it was they had some kind of an opportunity to travel, to go somewhere for like a new living situation. They may have even had to go and take care of like a loved one, because the Queen of Pentacles is so nurturing and she's so loving, generally speaking, like, but she's, you know, very practical about it. She's the one that's like going to take care of things inside of a home. So this person may be a sort of caregiver to someone else, and that could be the third party, that they had to go and tend to someone else, but it's like they ran away. They followed some kind of other calling, and it may have been like a spiritual calling. But it's definitely left you feeling, you know, like everything, it happened so quickly that they were there and then they were gone. So this is a very specific message. It's definitely not going to resonate for everybody. But like, you know, you may have thought that it was some kind of a really deep betrayal, but really they feel as though they have to. It's something inside of their community or their family that's pulling them away. It's something that it's like nothing could have stopped it. And that may be what you're realizing right now. And this is confirmation for you that there was, like, at first it was so heartbreaking, but then, and it was that giant tower moment, and there may have been an argument about it. Something really came to a head. You know, it was like chaotic and it caused a lot of destruction. So there may have been a lot of words that were spoken. The Hermit is where, like, you're not in contact, maybe. You're at, you know, you're just sort of alone in this, in the depths. This is the octopus. So it's really in the depths of the water, and this is where you're processing from. But there's healing here. So this is a time of solitude and healing for you, and sort of trying to detach from some of the emotions around it to see things from a higher perspective, you know, to sort of have like a new perspective and a new truth about it. So that may be like why you're here watching this, if you were attracted to the title. It's like nothing could have stopped them from leaving. from this so far, I don't see that they really had bad intentions. It was something that they felt that they had to do. And yeah, there is this sort of real confusion about it. Like you're not quite yet seeing everything clearly. Like you're definitely working on it. You're working on getting clear about this, because we have the King of Swords at the bottom that's looking right at this Two of Swords that's led by the Hermit. So really taking the time to go inward and really check in with your heart here. Really checking in with your heart. So, all right, let's get a few more cards. So I'm going to put the bottom of the deck away. And let's get deeper into this for you. So what are the next steps? We'll get 2 for you and 2 for them. 2 for you and then 2 for them. And again, feel free to swap around the energies. This could have been you that was sort of called to this other thing. So for your energy, yeah, the 5 of Swords there, you really feel like you were done wrong. And there may have been a big blow up, and a big fight around this, a lot of words. It may have gotten ugly. And this is also sort of what's going on inside of your head, like really feeling betrayed. And the Star, yes, so this is that attunement that you're receiving. Here, the Seraphim's gateway. The gateway is open for you to connect with your higher self, your highest self, your healing. And this is where you can receive that expansion in consciousness around this and return to a place where, and it's coming out under your 4 of Swords. So this is something that you really do have to just pause to receive this. You don't really have to take any action. You're in a space of just letting the dust settle and going within and connecting, because it's a time of healing and returning to like your pure state. So it's beautiful that the Star is coming out. And for them, we get strength. I'm telling you, this really was not easy for them at all. This is something that they were really torn apart about. Leo and Aquarius, so they're opposite signs. And the axis, this is more about the self and like the inner child and the self, whereas this is more about the collective and the totality of the energies together. So, and you sort of have your back turned towards this still, but this is where this person, it did not come easy for them. This is the beetle. And when it sort of ascends in the higher frequency of it, becomes like the scarab beetle, about a rebirth. So this is also past life connected here. Leo and Aquarius, that's really big. And the Chariot. Wow. So we get the 8 and then the 7, and we get 2 8s with them. They could be a Leo. Yeah, they really may have traveled away. The 8 of Wands with the Chariot, but you can see the Ram is sort of still headed in this direction. The Wands are going that way, and the Chariot is going this way. And it's Cancerian energy, even sometimes Sagittarius, but this is the Black Ram. So it's Aries, it's very masculine, but Cancerian energy, it's so emotional. So it's like, yes, they're going this way, but I feel like they still want to come back. They're not done with this. Even if it feels like you're still looking at the ruins here, nobody won. There's black feathers and white feathers, so both parties were torn apart. They still have plans to come back. They are planning on coming back. Let's check the bottom. Oh, yes, yes, they were torn apart by this decision. They may have been balancing something else for a while, juggling something else. And it's something that they felt very, very chained to. And even inside of this relationship, there is something that binds you together. So in this deck, the Anima Mundi, it's all symbols of nature and animals. The only human that's in this deck is the Devil card. So this is all of the Capricorn energy that we're in right now. Venus is retrograde in Capricorn. Pluto is in Capricorn, the sun is in Capricorn, the new moon on the 2nd is in Capricorn, and this is a card of Capricorn. So yes, this is something that you both feel is not over. You still feel very tied to this, like it has not been resolved. You both could be feeling sort of obsessive over it, and that's why you know, it is so important for you to get into the space of rest. You may, you know, want to really just take time for yourself, and really focus not so much on this and the destruction, but like look up, you know, look up, and know that this gateway of the Seraphim's gateway is open for you. There's divine support. There's angelic attunement of the highest order of angels, and they're literally singing to you. So during this Four of Swords, like music may be something very healing for you, sound frequency, yourself singing, because this was at the bottom, and this is where this was not easy. This was not an easy decision, and underneath that was justice, and we see justice here as number 11. So 1111 with the lion. So this is showing where there is this energy of like you know, overcoming this this fight, you know, and being in full power, where both people feel that there's fairness. I feel that there has to be some kind of an opening of communication, and it has to be communication that's coming from a much higher level. And that's the voice activation that the angels are giving both of you. Remember, this is the bonding energy that's for both of you, is having some kind of communication with one another, opening up the channels of communication. But there has to be a healing that happens first, and sorry about that. And I do see that it's going to be them that comes back during this Venus retrograde. So I see that as a definite possibility for you, that they will be returning before the retrograde is over. It could be 7 days, and for some of you, 7 weeks even. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of resolution to all of that. So I wanted to get you, I only have 10% left on my battery, but I wanted to pull from the Intuit Oracle, Twin Flame Oracle, the Intuit Twin Flame Oracle, Messages from Your Beloved. And this is by Marla Kelly. So these are really beautiful cards. I have not used these in a reading yet for YouTube or for Instagram. So it's going to be very special. So thank you to the angels of love. Let's call in Archangel Metatron, Archangel Shamuel, and Archangel Raphael for these messages. So let's do the bonding energy, where you're bonded. We'll get 2 cards for your bonding energy. So where you are aligned, and we get a romantic message. I've never felt love like this before. The depth of it can be inspiring, but also overwhelming. And there's that 8. There's the 8. This is a past life connection. For some of you, it's a same-sex relationship. But this, regardless, it's not gender specific, but this is where you both acknowledge that this is once in a lifetime. It's very, very powerful. And the second one is another romantic message, and it's a perfect progress. Now, I have used these before, so they've been shuffled hundreds of times. I'd long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you made me long for those things again. Wow. So we get the perfect progress. They're both romantic messages. So this is where you're both feeling, you still feel the romance for each other. You still feel that the physical love, the chemical love, the spiritual love. There really is this desire for that both of you have to be together. And let's see where your energy is at. And then we'll get two for them. All right, we get messages about trust, and it's a number 6, and 2022 is a 6 year. You're saying, I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge this situation instead of just surrendering to it. Yes, absolutely. So, you know, this is where you are really analyzing things a lot and asking yourself a lot of questions. You know, the love is there, but you're still really in a place where you're like, okay, I get it. The star card, there's mystery, but how the hell am I supposed to, you know, how am I supposed to reconcile all of this? And then we get the 10 with karmic ties. I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. So what I'm sensing from this, because we saw that devil card and the 5 of swords, is that you're really asking yourself right now, like, why you're feeling controlled by this situation. Because it's causing you a lot of pain, but it's also really causing you a lot of renewal, because that's where you're saying, like, I'm finding my power again. And we see 2 feminine energies here. You know, she's really taking the time out to think and process. That's the 4 of swords. Behind her, we can see him here. You know, so this can be either one of you. This is the divide between the 2 of you. It looks like they were sort of ready to go to a party here, or they're just coming back from some event. They're dressed up. Actually, I'm sorry, he's over her shoulder there. So yeah, it's where there's, you know, the back is turned in both places. So one of you definitely, like, you may have turned your back on this person. And really, you may have shut down communication because you need to really process how you're feeling. You really do. You really are in a place of needing to take time to process, connecting with your higher self here. Just, I'm feeling like it's like the distance is actually going to do some good for now. So let's see where they're at. With that 8 of Wands going one way and the Chariot going the other way. And I have to say, you know, it's like this is a major arcana, right? That's going that way, about determination and will. This is where you really know what you love and you're going to go for it. And it's quick. And the 8 of Wands is a lesser arcana, right? But because it's such a spiritual energy, it's so fiery, it's almost like which one trumps which. I don't know. A lot of people would say the Chariot because it's a major arcana, but you know, it's really, this person has been torn, but I do see that with the major here, they are coming back. So union, yes, you're getting number 3 of union. They're saying the same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. I'm telling you, they have union on their mind. They know that it's going to happen, and they're not asking for you to necessarily wait. They're saying to keep believing in the magic of this, that this is the energy, this divine energy is going to be the catalyst for union. So I feel like they're asking for you to trust and not give up. And let's see what else comes out for them. Okay, so here's another 3, and these are their patterns. These feelings overwhelm me, and I become afraid. Sometimes I even run away from you because of it. And, you know, with this 8 of Wands, it's like, yeah, to some degree, maybe they've manifested this situation of something else to run towards. Um, but you know, it's an as within so without. Yes, this is the second time we're seeing overwhelmed. We saw it here. I never felt love like this before. The depth of it can be inspiring, but it's also overwhelming. Here they're saying, they're backing that up, saying these feelings overwhelm me and I become afraid. But it's something that they know that is not going to be there forever, that there's magic, there's a divine energy that's flowing through this relationship. They're acknowledging it, and they're saying that nothing is going to be able to stop that. So at the bottom of their pull is a number 11, twin flame. Karmic ties. I am assessing past life wisdom. I'm accessing past life wisdom. It's helping me understand things with a new perspective. So this is sort of going back to your karmic ties, the 10 and then the 11. You're finding your power and they're accessing past life wisdom. So you're both working through some of your denser energies. Karma is not a bad thing. It's energy that we have, that we come in with, experiences, memories, patterns. It's energy that we're able to release. And so this is where you're both working through some of that right now. And they're doing it in a place where they're acknowledging how they feel. So I really love that. They are acknowledging that there's someone who has a pattern of running away. So this would be like the runner. And maybe you've been the chaser. Maybe you've been trying to like control this, or you know, wondering why this has so much control over you. So the chaser and the runner. And here, you know, this person is definitely letting you know that they are in a place of working through some of that as well. They're accessing past life memories, could be memories of the two of you. So let's ask for potential outcome. Okay, this actually flew out. Messages of trust. I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving even when it seems that I am not. This is the masculine energy coming in here. And again, it's not gender specific, it's energy. So this would be the person who is over on this side. They really do have a lot of love for you. You know, the Queen of Pentacles there. There's someone who I think that they've had to really work on their own self-care and establishing boundaries for themselves. I feel like they're a natural sort of caretaker. You know, they're very nurturing to those around them. They really show the people in their life a lot of love. And you know, even they could be someone where it just as an example, they go in and take care of an ex or their mother or their father, and it sort of consumes them. They feel a responsibility to other people. They have a deep sense of like integrity, you know. So that's part of their energy, but it's also where it's the Queen of Pentacles. You know, she is a very loving and nurturing person. So she's very down to earth and usually very reliable. And maybe that's where you were really thrown for a loop here. So that's one of the outcomes. Let's get another message. So I'm feeling like this is sort of a Knight of Pentacles. So know that the energy is moving. Maybe you're saying too that you need to move slowly, because the Chariot moves so fast. So it's interesting, like, are they gonna come rushing to you and then say that they want to take things slowly? That's a possibility. Or they're rushing in and you are saying that you need to take things slowly. or this has been a long time coming. So it says, past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes, and that makes me afraid. I need to heal the grief and to allow the love to bloom. This is really interesting. Here's that number 8 again. It's connected to that 8 of Wands. So I feel as though there's things that have called them away. It could be another relationship that they've sort of gone back to because there was still karma that needed to be worked through, that needed to be resolved and let go of. But they are acknowledging that you've been together in past lives, and that you've lost each other, and that they don't want that cycle to repeat now. And you may be feeling that way too. It's an acknowledgement on both of your ends. We see a lot of 8s, and then a bunch of 3s. So 3s and 8s are important inside of this reading. 3, 3, 3, and then there was the 3 of Cups. There's 3, 4 8s, strength, and then the 8 of Wands, and then these 2 8s. So there's 4 8s and 4 3s. So those numbers may mean something to you. All right, let's move on and get a couple more messages. I'm feeling like this is because it's very past life connected. There's also like a starseed kind of element here. So I'm going to pull a message from the Starseed Oracle and get to you guys a closing message. So we'll do 3. We'll start with the bonding energy, and then we'll get yours, and then we'll get theirs right in a row. So the bonding, then yours, and then theirs. Okay, thank you, Spirit, and thank you to the galactic energies of the highest love and light. Let's call in our star brothers and star sisters, our multidimensional aspects. Please help me guide the collective regarding this love message. Okay, that's going to be the bonding energy. And then we'll get yours, and then we'll get theirs. Okay, here's your energy. And let's get theirs. Sorry, let me just get grounded here. A little bit stubborn. Definitely feeling stubborn. A stubborn energy coming from this one. Okay, they said to cut it there. Okay, so this is going to be theirs. That's the bonding, and that's yours. So in the bridge, we get the void. Yes, exactly. This is where you're both at. It is a time of solitude. It's a time of reflection. It's a time to pause. It's a time to just embrace the night, to embrace the winter, and to be inside of this very seemingly dark and cold, but actually very, very nurturing energy. So this is where you're both at. And your energy here, we have karmic relationships. Yes, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. And so this is where, you know, maybe on your end, there's also some karmic relationships, or if you were feeling like this was more of their side, then absolutely this has been a big influence here inside of this. For some of you, you may be realizing that this is but that this is more of a karmic relationship, that this was a relationship to help you deal with some big challenges, shadow. They've been someone who has shown you a lot of polarity, but is bringing you to a place of deep inner work and soul growth. The star card, remember, it's like your deep connection to your cosmic self, your multidimensional aspects, your North Star, your soul path, you know, all of that. So, and, you know, this is where it's happened through a lot of conflict. And I feel like regardless if this is someone that you will reconnect with and have a relationship with, or whether you decide not to, you're seeing where you are in a place of remembering, because she's sort of looking up here. It's almost like another timeline. It's a past life, a future life, seeing where it's really all connected. This has all really been a part of your soul growth. So that's where you're at. And where they're at is in a place of like this healing chamber. So they're getting the Arcturians coming through, and that's deeply spiritual. It's highly advanced, like seventh dimensional energy, maybe even higher. They're receiving physical and emotional healing, and I do feel like it is really around a lot of their fears, their fear of like a true sort of spiritual partner, a big connection like that transcends this physical reality. So you may be in a place where you are sort of realizing that this is where they're at, but the guides really want you to know that this is someone who is working with higher frequencies right now. So they are in a place of healing, and in a sense, you are too. It's just from a different standpoint. They're sort of just receiving all of this healing right now. So it is a time for allowing that to happen. And it may feel like, painful or uncertain. But this is someone who is in a place of healing. And I don't know, you may be letting go of karmic relationships in your life as well. So you may be sort of releasing some people or situations from your life that have brought you a lot of betrayal and pain. In addition to this person, maybe it's not even about them, this could be totally separate from them, but you're both being invited into this place that is both full of light and sort of full of silence and darkness. It's the great cosmic womb, and there's so much high frequency energy. So you're both being invited to do a lot of healing. I feel like with you, maybe there needs to be a bit more acceptance. With them, I do see that they're planning on coming back to you once this is done. At the bottom, we get whale and orca elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. So I really was feeling sound frequency with this voice activation. So this is when you two do communicate, let it be much higher level. And also that you are communicating with each other in a subtle way. Your energy is still communicating with one another. The whales and the orcas, they communicate with one another through song and through their sonar, and they speak to each other in different languages. So there is another way for you to communicate right now. It's very energetic. It's beautiful. These are two different decks, and like, look at how beautiful this is. So that is available for you. Absolutely. And this is deeper than that as well. This is just your connection with, this is very Lemurian here. And this is very angelic and very high dimensional. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth dimension. It's very, very high level where you're both being invited to really go deep right now and reach high and raise your frequencies. So you've been in this frequency, they've been called off to sort of do other things. I feel like they've been called to take care of other people or take care of something else, and it's requiring that they sort of ask themselves how they've been manifesting those situations, because it's coming from their fear of committing to your relationship, which is, we've already acknowledged that you've both never felt love like this before. The depth of it can be inspiring, but also overwhelming. So this is a time for both of you while you're in this sort of void, and then this night, this beautiful winter, that there's so much light there. You're also being invited to explore a new language, explore sound, explore frequencies and vibrations, and become very, very wise, especially for you with this soul growth through conflict, through being sort of in this war, whether it's with yourself over like, "Ugh, can I even do this anymore? What do I really want? Where's my higher self guiding me to?" Right? Where's my highest self guiding me to? Where's my North Star? Following that, moving in a new direction. Believe me, they're gonna come looking for you. For those of you that this is resonating with, they are going to come looking for you. And I love this because it's sort of, we do see the black and the white, the yin and the yang, masculine and feminine. And here in the Five of Swords, we saw the black and the white feathers, right? So that's like mutual destruction there, but there's so was not a destruction. Like this is something that is going to be healed. I really do see that. It's going to be healed. So allow things to unfold in a natural and organic way. This may sort of be what's happening for the next month inside of this January gateway, this New Year gateway. And I think we will end it there. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this love message. If you did, please do like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. If you'd like to reach out to me for a personal reading in the new year, you can send me an email. There's no obligation. You can just inquire about a reading. And my email is elizabethlight1111@gmail.com. Everything's in the description box. And also you can connect with me on Instagram. I'm at Elizabeth Light Tarot. Say hello. I would love to connect with you. I'm wishing you all nothing but the best, a very happy and healthy new year, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Namaste.